If you are fascinated by the pure strength and power of the Scottish heavy events, then Marsden, Saskatchewan has the event for you. I had the chance to find out more about the Highland Carnage competitions planned for August 10th. Today I'm joined by Toby, who is one of the organizers for the upcoming Highland Carnage event coming up in Marsden, Saskatchewan. Toby, thank you so much for coming down to the station today.
Thanks for having me.
And to start, I have never heard of the Scottish heavy events at all. I'm pretty, I don't really know too much. So if you could inform me about what these events are all about.
Well, I guess one of the more famous ones is the big burly man throwing the trees around. That's usually what everybody focuses on when they hear about it, or you know, the scene from like your Braveheart where they're running throwing the great big stone, or a lot of that stuff. It's that, and then you got the field stone, which is a smaller stone. You're throwing that one with some more movement. The Scottish hammers, which is a lot like the Olympic hammer, but instead of it being on a cable, it's on a stick, basically about 4 feet long-ish, and you stand actually in one spot and you twist around and throw it. They're all, for a sport that, as you're looking at it, it seems like it should be easy. It isn't. It's a blast,
I don't think
though.
I would ever classify that as looking easy as my frame, but you know, that is to each their own. Can you talk to me a little bit about how these competitions are judged and the viewing experience?
Well, okay, so the caber toss, which is the tree, so it's scored by going forward carrying the tree, and as you throw the tree, it's got to come over, land, and do a full 180, and then your scoring is kind of off a clock, so it would be a perfect score would be 12 o'clock, and then each way it goes from there, there's points taken off, kind of thing. And it's the hammers and the weight for distance and like your sheaf toss and your weight over bar are all scored by basically how far you can throw it or how high you can throw it.
And then I know outside of all of the competitions going on, there is a bunch of other events going on for the day. Can you talk to me a bit about that?
The Marsden board, the big Manitou Lake Regional Board, they knocked it out of the park this year. So they also have face painting. They'll have bouncy house for the kids. Not only that, but it's right at the lake. So you got all your other stuff right there. And then you can't have Scottish games and stuff without, you know, a couple cold things to drink and plenty of viewing pleasure out there. So the beer gardens will be there. And then they also have their kitchens opened up, and then from 5 till 7 they're also putting on a beef on a bun with salad, which is a great supper too. So it's a full day, and like I said, they knocked it out of the park, and they made it a really nice family thing to come down and check out, and fingers crossed we'll get the bagpipers down there.
I'd also like to talk to you about the sponsorships and the team that's really backing this up and making this all possible.
You know, like I've been doing weird stuff like this for quite a few years now, and a lot of my sponsors, you know, you got your Engine Parts Canada, Breitling Equipment. A lot of these guys are all good friends and whatnot, and I'm not too sure if they're just helping fund me to see where I fall apart as an old man or what, but the community comes together and helps me out very well. You know, props to all these guys. I try to throw a shout out for all of those guys that I can. Renee over at World Class Gym, he's helping me out a little bit. He hooked me up with you guys, and you know, me and him go way back to his whole family. school and everything. So, you know, it's nice to reach out to some of these people. Lloyd's mainly a hockey town, and a lot of times it's hard to get funding for such things. But the friends, it's nice to have them just pretty much at the drop of a hat. They'll give you a hand with whatever, and props to all those guys that I already got thank yous out there for, and you know, and hopefully we can put on a heck of a show for everybody to come and watch and have a great time.
I imagine it will be a great time, and that is coming up on August 10th.
August 10th, and it starts at 10 a.m. The kitchen opens from 11 till, I believe it's 4, and then they got a little time in between, and it's 5 to 7, I believe, for the beef on a bun and salad.
Well, perfect. That covers all the questions that I had today, so thank you.
Maybe if I can get you out there, we'll come out and take a peek, see, and we'll hook you up with some stuff and give you a good time and a little eye-opener.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
That covers everything, though, so thank you again for taking the time to come down and talk about this.
Thank you for having me.
It's time now for This Week in Retrospect. Here is our Ravi Jayasilan.
This Week in Retrospect, we take it back to 1990, where sunny skies blessed the opening day of the Colonial Days parade.
It's the opening day of Colonial Days, and you couldn't have had a better day for a fair if you would have ordered one. Sunny skies and temperatures in the high 20s to the low 30s prompted people to come out before the crowds and lineups got really crazy. Manager of the Lloydminster Exhibition Association, Mike Sidoric, is quite pleased with the way things are going so far.
Everything seems to be going smooth so far. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the weather will hold out and everything will be just fine.
One of the annual events enjoying some success already is the Petro-Canada Right Riders Program, or the Bike Rodeo. At last year's event, 40 kids in total showed up opening day. This year, 40 kids showed up in a half an hour. Ted Hancock is the Petro-Canada bulk agent in town, and he's helping out with the rodeo.
It's going excellent. We put it on last year. We had a little disappointed turnout. This year it's been excellent so far.
One of the reasons he's optimistic could be because of the weather, but he feels there is more to it than that.
Yeah, and I think with the awareness of the Petro-Canada Right Riders Bike Rodeo it's coming on.
The RCMP and the Big Sisters have gotten involved, and Hancock thinks that with the extra help, things should run fairly smoothly. The theme of this year's show is where memories are made, and this little fellow will probably remember this for a while. Mike Sidoric is back to tell you what's happening tonight.
Pony Chuck Wagon races tonight at 5:30, sponsored by Meridian Printing, and we've got our Star Theater 90 show tonight on at 8:30.
Kevin Wilson, Broadcast Center News, reporting from Colonial Days.
How much has the parade changed, you might ask? Let's take a look a decade down the line.
It was a great day. The sun was shining. We enjoyed the parade a lot.
The streets of Lloydminster were a mirage of sights and sounds this morning as the annual Colonial Days parade wound its way through the border city. In light of the new millennium, the theme of this year's parade was Then and Now.
I think the participation, particularly in the theme Then and Now, was really utilized well. We saw a lot of old things and new things. There was a good contrast, so I think it fit the theme exceedingly well.
I think it's always good to remember the past and the people that built our city, and it's good.
Sights to see ranged from marching bands to floats to antique cars and tractors. All the participants were more than happy to show off their wares.
Pretty good. A lot of people I know.
You're famous now.
Yeah, well, it's the museum. We got to get lots of publicity for the museum.
We wanted to follow the theme of Then, Now, and Now, and we incorporated the Then, Now, and Always to reflect Border Credit Union.
With such a vast array of things to see, everyone, of course, had a favorite.
My favorite part was probably the horses. When all the band was marching through. The hot doggers, the miniature ponies, My favorite thing was getting all the candy and looking at the parade. The school float one. The SPCA. The hot doggers.
Bands, and I liked all the horses and stuff.
Oh, I like the horses.
And for those of you who may be a little bit concerned about all of the horses going down the streets this morning, not to worry, the Lloydminster Exhibition Association has taken care of the problem. At the Colonial Days Parade, Anne-Marie Blackburn, News Hour.
And that's all for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consort.
The North American Chuck Wagon Championship is heading into a short break after 4 days of exciting racing. Our Thomas Wildman has a recap of night number 4.
There's the sound of the SwiftNet.ca horn and a hard charge.
Day 4 was another exciting night at Halstead Downs for the NACC. Josh Hrenek had another excellent run after winning the day money on night number 3, posting a 1:15.39 on night number 4, netting himself the second best time. But it was the reigning champion Lightning Luke Turney, with the best time of the night was an impressive 1:14.06.
They've been running good. All my horses in the barn seem to be able to run, so that's really helped even in the circuit over there. I haven't been really turning real hard. I threw the odd good turn. I threw one in Pinoca the second last night, and then tonight they worked nice and turned hard.
Tournier has had solid finishes throughout all 4 days, putting him second in the standings, giving him a little bit of wiggle room to make sure he is in the final dash for cash on Championship Sunday.
You just try to stay clean, keep your horses nice and healthy and try to stay clean in the races. Don't do nothing stupid. You just got to be in the top 4 to get there, and that's what we're going to try to do.
The other driver sitting in those all-important top 4 spots heading into the break is Colby Stanley in 4th, Josh Hrenek in 3rd, and the man who has led since day 1, Logan Gorst, in the top spot. Gorst gives a lot of thanks to his mentors and close competitors for helping him get to this spot.
I'm really lucky to have a dad that's won championships in the CPCA and all over, and now I have a father-in-law that's pretty well won everything. So it's you kind of watch and learn, and I owe a lot to both of them, especially my dad.
The NACC will now take a break for a charity golf tournament and equine therapy youth programs and return with a new barrel draw on Wednesday night. Thomas Wildman, Primetime, local news.
Second annual gala and golf event for the Clayton Bellamy Foundation for the Arts is planned for late next month. Stacy Comer found out about how people can get involved to support the cause.
Well, we have a big event coming up here shortly in the Lakeland area, and I am so excited to talk about this today with Clayton Bellamy. Clayton, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, this is the Clayton Bellamy Gala and Golf event, and it sounds like it's super fun. Coming up again, this will be the second time you've done this, Clayton. Tell me about what the event is for people who don't know.
The Clayton Bellamy Foundation was started originally to help support kids in the arts in the Lakeland area. We have a bursary that sends kids to secondary education. We do after-school programming, and now we've taken over the building of the new Strathcona Performing Arts Center right here in Bonnyville, in the heart of the Lakeland. It's being currently built at the Bonnyville Centralized High School. We're retrofitting the old high school gym into a 340-seat state-of-the-art theater, and we're only $1 million short. We've raised over $1.5 million so far to date, and thanks to all of our great sponsors and friends and community builders in the Lakeland area. It's been unbelievable, but we have another $1 million to go to make this dream a reality. And that's where the Clayton Bellamy Foundation Gala and Golf comes in. Last year, we raised $254,000 at our event, and we're hoping to meet or beat that again this year. We have some great entertainment happening. We've got some NHL stars coming. We've got Michelle Wright, platinum selling, Juno Award, Country Music Award winning artist Michelle Wright, Aaron Pritchett, another CCMA winner and entertainer of the year. We've got FKB, Local Boys, Nice Horse. We've got some also Trevor Hurst from Econoline Crush. For all of you 90s rockers, if you remember Econoline Crush, they were the much music darlings of the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's going to be an incredible lineup of music. All of the artists perform, and then our celebrity auctioneer, Danny Hooper, auctions them off to golf with the winning bidders the next day. We've also got incredible prizes that we're going to be live auctioning, trips and meet and greets with artists artist friends from around the world. So it's going to be a great event, and we just encourage everyone to get their tables now. You can get them on the website at claytonbellamyfoundation.org.
You mentioned how great you've had with all the sponsors stepping in, but there's always room for more. So tell me about how people can get involved and be sponsors of this event, Clayton.
Absolutely. There's so many levels of sponsorship and tables that people can purchase. And what can include golf and the gala. You can just get one or the other. Then there's meet and greets included, so you can meet the artists up close and personal, get your photo with them at the gala. People can go on to claytonbellamyfoundation.org to purchase, also to send an email to volunteer. We need so many community building volunteers to make this day go off. There's hundreds of people that make this happen. I'm just the face. The workers, the people that put in so much time and effort and long hours behind the scenes, this would not happen without them. So please, I encourage people to volunteer if you can. Donate, please, if you can. If you need a tax write-off, we're your guys.
Well, Clayton, I know that everybody had so much fun last year. Is there anything that's a little bit different this year, or is it pretty much the exact same format?
We kind of went with the, if it's not broke, don't fix it idea. We've upgraded a few of the things on our stage with some big screens and of course our artists and our celebrities. And definitely the golf this year, we've got our $1 million hole-in-one again, which is incredible, as well as all of our, all of the car companies in the Lakeland came together and each have donated a vehicle for a hole-in-one, including our friends at 5011, the side, they've just donated a side-by-side. So it's been incredible, the outpouring of support.
Well, Clayton, I know this is an event and this whole cause obviously is close to your heart, or it wouldn't be named after you. So once again, if people are looking for information for the Clayton Bellamy Gala and Golf, which is August 30th and 31st, where can they go in one place to get everything they need, whether it's to sign up to sponsor, to volunteer, to get tickets, whatever they want, where can they find that all?
They can find that all at claytonbellamyfoundation.org. And they can click right on the homepage there. That'll take you to forms to fill out to purchase or to volunteer. And there's an email there, and someone will get back to you. And I have to give a big shout out to you, Stacy, and to everyone at Stingray for supporting this initiative. You know, we are building the next generation of great artists. If it wasn't for those small stages like that used to be here in Bonnyville and in these small little communities, there would be no Clayton Bellamy or Roadhammers. There would be no Brett Kissel. There would be no Mike Plume and all of these people who cut their teeth in these venues and learned how to perform and had that community support. So we are very passionate about the arts and giving a stage for our kids.
All right, Clayton. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And good luck with the event. It's fun. It's such a unique event. And I know that everybody is going to have a great time. And as you said, raise money for such a great cause, too. So thanks, Clayton, and good luck with the event next month.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Coming up after the break, we will have an extended look at the regional weather forecast.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be taking a quick look at the future radar, but there's not really a whole lot to see here. You'll see these little patches of green coming through down south, but nothing majorly up north here in Lloydminster and area. Just a little bit there down in Regina as we get over into tomorrow morning. But yeah, so not a lot of moisture going to be coming around for the evening and the morning tomorrow. So nice for those people that really have been wanting the sun for a while here in July. Cold Lake is sitting at 32 degrees right now, Lloydminster at 31. We've got Athabasca and Whitecourt at 31, as well as Rocky Mountain House. Edmonton and Edson sitting at 32. Red Deer a little cooler at 29 degrees today. And Jasper all the way up to 33 degrees, so really nice for those who are touring out the mountains right now. Taking a look at the Saskatchewan side, we've got Meadow Lake sitting at 30 degrees, Melfort at 25 degrees, Prince Albert at 26, Saskatoon at 28, and North Battleford at 29. Now taking a look down south, we've got Kindersley and Swift Current sitting at 29 degrees, Regina and Estevan and Yorkton all at 26 degrees out east, and Moose Jaw sitting at a nice 27 degrees. Down south in Alberta, we've got Medicine Hat and Lethbridge sitting at 32 degrees, 31 in Coronation, and Banff at 31 as well. Calgary sitting at 29 degrees. They definitely probably are appreciating that sun, but also it's probably the hottest place on earth right now at the greatest outdoor show on earth, the Calgary Stampede. But they certainly love that warm weather, and it's better than rain, I guess. Looking for tomorrow, we're sitting at 6 a.m. at 16 degrees. It'll be nice and sunny. We'll see a little bit of clouds come in at noon, but it will still be mostly sunny and all the way up to 29 degrees. We'll get up to 30 degrees at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and it'll be nice and sunny once again. And then mostly clear at midnight. We're going to be at 21 degrees at midnight tomorrow, though, so that's fantastic to see, and really nice weather. So if you're looking for something to do overnight tomorrow, it'll probably be a really great time. Taking a look now at North Battleford, they're going to be at a high of 31 degrees, sunny and very warm for tomorrow, and it's just going to be a fantastic day out in Saskatchewan there. And then taking a look at Cold Lake, they're going to be all the way up to 33 degrees, sunshine and very warm, 0% chance of precipitation, so a fantastic day out there in Cold Lake once again. Now we'll take a look here at the travel forecast. We'll start at Meadow Lake. They're sitting at 32 degrees, as is Provost, and then Isle Cross all the way up to 35 tomorrow. It's going to be very hot out there. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, as is for all of our friends across the region here. Bonnyville at 34 degrees for tomorrow as well, and then Paradise Hill a little cooler at 31 degrees, but still plenty warm out there. And then a little further away, Murnum and Pierceland at 33 degrees, sunny and hot there. 31 for Unity, 32 for Wainwright, and Calgary also at 32 for tomorrow. Great day out there once again. Taking a look now at the extended 7-day forecast, we're going to have a nice Friday here. It's going to cool off a little bit down to 26 degrees, but it's going to be plenty humid from that rain that we're going to see on Thursday. Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with a few showers, high of 25 degrees, 62% chance of those showers coming down. And then next Sunday, it's going to be, or this coming Sunday, 24 degrees for your championship Sunday at the NACC. Nice with partial sunshine. And then next Monday, we're going to be all the way back up at 29 degrees, partly sunny and very warm once again. So a really nice upcoming week here. And for the Lloyd X Fair, I mean, you couldn't ask really for anything better, except for that little bit of humidity towards the end of the week here.
I'd have to agree with you on that. It's quite insane, the weather that we've been receiving as of recent. It's, I'm going to be honest, it's a little too hot for my liking. I think most people can agree with me on that.
It's a little, we're into summer now, so it's nice, but you know, once it gets to shorts weather, that's my least favorite part of the year when it's too warm. But it'll be really nice for the fair. You guys we're all going to be super hot though, because you're going to be running around with a camera. I'm going to be under the tent though, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I really look forward to the parade. That'll be here at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, so be sure to come out and watch that.
Looking forward to that. And that is all the time we have today for Primetime Local News. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great night.